ZABoxingNation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. Today's September 7th, 2025, and boxing fans, we are stacked with stories. Oleksandr Usyk in hot water with the WBO, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford literally next week. Moses Itauma set for a major return. Eduardo Nunez shining under the spotlight. And yes, Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather sharing the ring in 2026. And to top it off with your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. Let's break this all down. The mega fight is real. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. September 13th, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is as big as boxing gets. Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is 61 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 big wins coming by way of knockout, has been the face of boxing for over a decade, from super welterweight all the way up to light heavyweight. He's proven himself against the best, guys like Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, Jermell Charlo, Caleb Plant, you name it. His granite chin, explosive combination counters, and brutal body attack make him one of the most complete fighters of this generation. On the other side, we have Terrence Bud Crawford. He is 41 wins, 0 losses, with 31 big wins coming by way of knockout. A man who unified at 140, became undisputed at 147, subpar performance against Madrimov at 154, and now dares to move up into Saul Canelo Alvarez super middleweight kingdom. Terrence Bud Crawford is a switch hitter who adjusts on the fly. He dismantled Errol the True Spence so thoroughly that people still call it one of the most lopsided super fights in recent history. Errol the True Spence was also one of my favorite fighters, may I add. I also had Errol True Spence beating him. This fight is legacy defining for Saul Canelo Alvarez as well. A win cements him as the pound for pound king of the modern era. For Terrence Bud Crawford, this means he's officially in the conversations with the greatest fighters in history. This fight is legacy defining for Saul Canelo Alvarez. A win cements him as the pound for pound king of the modern era. For Terrence Bud Crawford, it means he's officially in the conversation with the greatest fighters in history. The Sugar Ray Leonards, the Willie Pep, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Roberto Duran, the Julio Cesar Chavez's. Stylistically, this is fascinating. Can Saul Canelo Alvarez power break through Bud's sharp counter-punching ability? Or will Terrence Bud Crawford's movement and IQ neutralize Terrence Bud Crawford's power? Either way, September 13th will be a night for the ages. Let me know how you guys feel about that fight in the comments below. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Next, we have Oleksandr Usyk, the pride of the Ukraine, is making headlines but for the wrong reasons. A video leaked showing Oleksandr Usyk dancing at a concert just days after pulling out of his WBO mandatory defense with a back injury. The WBO immediately opened an investigation questioning his medical claims, while Oleksandr Usyk's team provided updated reports which allowed him to keep his titles with the 90-day extension. The controversy has raised eyebrows. Oleksandr Usyk is 23 wins, 0 losses. Oleksandr Usyk is the undisputed cruiserweight champ turned heavyweight king. He's beating guys like Anthony Joshua twice. He recently survived the war with Tyson and Gypsy King Fury, beat Daniel Dubois twice. He's one of the most respected figures in boxing today. But this situation damages his credibility. Fans are now asking, was he really hurt? Or was this a tactical move to delay tough mandatories? Rivals like Joseph Parker and Filip Hrgovic are furious. They want their shot, and every delay costs them time, money, and momentum. For Oleksandr Usyk, the takeaway is clear. Your reputation can be questioned overnight, even if you earned respect for years. The WBO has spared him this time, but boxing politics are always watching. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Over in Mexico, Eduardo "Sugar" Nunez successfully defended his IBF super featherweight belt against veteran Christopher Diaz. Eduardo "Sugar" Nunez scored 2 knockdowns in round 7 and walked away with the unanimous decision victory. He improved to 29 wins, 1 loss, and 27 big wins coming by way of knockout. That's a 93% knockout ratio. Serious power at 130 pounds. What stood out to me wasn't just the knockdowns. It was Eduardo Nunez's composure. He didn't chase a reckless finish. Instead, he boxed patiently, broke Diaz down, and then capitalized when openings came. That's the mark of a fighter evolving beyond raw power. With this win, Eduardo Nunez is firmly in line for a unification opportunities. The dream match: Eduardo Nunez versus O'Shaquie Foster or Lamont Roach. We know that Lamont Roach moved up. O'Shaquie Foster is fighting Stephen Fulton. But either way, they both would test his skills and bring clarity to one of boxing's most underrated divisions. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Eduardo "Sugar" Nunez, tremendous job. Now, let's talk heavyweights. Moses Itauma, just 20 years old, is making waves. His return is set for December 13th in Manchester. And promoter Frank Warren promises a top 10 heavyweight opponent. Moses Itauma, who's 9 wins, 0 losses, and 8 big wins coming by way of knockout. A southpaw with size, speed, and composure well beyond his years. His destruction of Dillian Whyte put him on the map, and now the hype is building. This fight is crucial. Facing a top 10 contender at just 20 years old is a bold move. But if Moses Itauma wins, he rockets into world title discussions by the end of 2026. And with Oleksandr Usyk aging and Anthony Joshua unsure of his future within the sport, it feels like the heavyweight throne is opening for a new king like Moses Itauma. Make no mistake, December 13th could be a night Moses Itauma goes from prospect to serious contender. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Again, Moses Itauma, great job for your performance over the veteran Dillian Whyte. Now, here's one for the history books. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. This fight is confirmed as an exhibition in spring 2026. Let's be clear, this isn't a prime Mike Tyson against a prime Mayweather. Mike Tyson is 58 years old. Floyd "Money" Mayweather is 48 years old. But the spectacle of these two names together is box office gold. Mike Tyson is still remembered as one of the most feared punchers of all time, the youngest heavyweight champion in history. But we've seen his last performance against Jake Paul. I'm not saying Floyd Mayweather is as big as Jake Paul, but he's damn sure a better boxer. Floyd "Money" Mayweather is undefeated and he's a defensive wizard. 50 wins, 0 losses under his pro record. He built a career on skill, intelligence, and timing. The fight will be more of an event than a true contest, but don't underestimate how big this could be. Millions will tune in, and love it or hate it, it proves once again, Boxing legends never truly leave the spotlight. Let me know what you guys think about this fight in the comments below. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Money Mayweather. Now for the upcoming fights that you need to be prepared for. September 13th, we have Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford in Las Vegas, Nevada at Allegiant Stadium. September 14th, we have Naoya, the monster Inoue versus Akhmadaliev in Japan. October 25th, we have Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley in London. November 22nd, we have Devin the Dream Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. in Riyadh. On November 22nd, again, we have David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde in Riyadh. December 13th, we have Moses Itauma versus, to be determined, his next opponent hasn't been announced just yet, but it's going to be in Manchester. Spring 2026, we have Mike Tyson versus Floyd Money Mayweather, but it's going to be an exhibition match. From pound to pound kings to heavyweight prospects, boxing's next 6 months are stacked. On this day, September 7th, 1996, Mike Tyson knocked out Bruce Seldon in just 1 minute and 49 seconds at the MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada to capture the WBA heavyweight title. The fight itself left many suspicious. Seldon went down quickly from glancing shots, and critics accused him of quitting. Whether you believe it was a dive or not, the record books show another Mike Tyson knockout. But this night became infamous for a different reason. Rapper Tupac Shakur attended the fight and just hours later was shot in a drive-by on the Las Vegas Strip. He died 6 days later, only at 25 years old. That night lives in history, not just for Mike Tyson's win, but for the tragic cultural moment that followed. It reminded us that boxing often intertwines with the world beyond the ring, sometimes in unforgettable and heartbreaking ways. Let me know how you guys feel about all of this in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on an update. But this is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.